Hello students, now we will start new chapter, that is chapter 12, Exponents and Powers of Standard 8th. Now before we go to the textual exercises, sums, we will see a short introduction part of this chapter. Okay, so let us start. As the name suggests, exponents and powers. Okay, so we will first try to understand what is the meaning of exponent and power. This chapter already you have learnt in your 7th standard, so let us quickly recall the previous part what you have already learnt last year. Now 8 raised to 3, as you can see this number 8 raised to 3, this 8 which is written, this 8 is called base and this 3 is called exponent. This 3 is called exponent. You can also call it power, you can also call it index. Okay, so this is read as 8 raised to the power 3. How you can read it? 8 raised to the power 3, or you can also read it as 8 to the third power or 8 cubed. Now if anything has the power 3, okay, if the power is 3, then we have a word for that, that is cube. Or if it is 2, then again we have a word that is square. So square and cube, that chapter also we have seen. So if it is 8 raised to 3, so for 3 we have a word that is cube, so we can also call it as 8 cubed. Okay, so this 8 is called base and this 3 is called exponent, power or index. Now suppose here is one example, 5 raised to 3. So again 5 is the base and this 3 is called exponent. This 3 is called exponent. So 5 raised to 3 means we have to multiply 5 3 times. What does it mean? It means that we need to multiply same number 3 times. So 5 we will multiply 3 times. Okay, 5 raised to the power 3. So this is the power. Suppose here if 3 is written, we will multiply 3 times. If it is 5, then we will multiply 5 times. So this number which is written on the top, it shows that how many times we need to multiply this number. So same number, this same number 5 we will multiply 3 times. So 5 into 5 into 5, the answer will be 125. So 125 will be the answer. So 125 equal to 5 cube. It means that 5 cube is the exponential form of the number 125. Okay, so ये जो आपका 5 raised to 3 है, this is called exponential form because we are showing it in the power form. We are showing it in exponential form. So 125 means 5 3 times. So this number what we are writing, this is called exponential form because we are writing it in the form of exponents. So this is called exponential form. Now again there are examples. 5 raised to 3 means 5 multiplied 3 times. Okay, 5 multiplied by itself 3 times. So 5 raised to 3, 3 of them we have to multiply and answer will be 125. Similarly, if it is 3 raised to 4, okay, 3 4 times. So we need to multiply 3 4 times. So we have to multiply 3 by itself. 4 times we have to go on multiplying and the answer will be 81. Similarly, if it is 2 raised to 5, then we have to multiply 2 5 times and the answer is 32. Okay, so this power, this exponent what we write on the top, that shows, that denotes that how many times we are multiplying that number, and this power that we are writing, it is also known as exponent, index or power. See here it is written 8 raised to 2. So this 8 is the base and this 2, it can be called exponent, index or power. Okay, any of the word you can use. Now moving ahead. Now we have seen 5 raised to 3 means 5 3 times. You can multiply 5 3 times. But if the power is negative, for example 4 raised to minus 3. So how you will multiply 4 minus 3 times? 4 को minus 3 times कैसे multiply करेंगे? ये जो आपका ऊपर power दिया है, this exponent what is given to you, 4 raised to minus 3. It means that ये जो नंबर है 4, उसको minus 3 times multiply करना है. Now minus 3 times how you will multiply? So what we need to do? First we need to remove this negative sign from the exponent. ये जो आपको negative sign दिया है, that you need to remove. So how you can remove this negative sign? Simply you need to take this whole part below 1. Okay, suppose if it is given 4 raised to minus 3. Okay, 4 raised to minus 3. अब ये minus हमको remove करना है. So how we can remove it? Simply you need to write this whole part under 1. So 1 upon, now you will write 4 raised to 3. So आपका जो भी आंसर आएगा that will be just reciprocal. So 4 raised to 3 हमको नीचे लिखना है, below 1. Now we will multiply 4 3 times in the denominator. So it will be like this, 1 upon 4 into 4 into 4 3 times. So that will be equal to 1 upon 4 4s are 16 and 16 4s are 64. So 1 upon 64 will be our answer. So when negative exponents are given, we need to first remove the negative sign. Now moving ahead, these exponents we are using in computers. In computers, you might have seen binary operations. Okay, power of two exponents are the basis of all computing which is done in binary or base 2 numbers like this. Okay, so 2 raised to 1 means 2 only one time, that is 2. Again 2 raised to 2 means 2 2 times, that is 4. 2 2s are 4. 2 raised to 3 means 2 3 times we need to multiply. 2 raised to 4 means 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and so on. And these are our answers, and these are known as exponential form of these answers. Okay, so this way we are using it. Okay, so we are using it in binary operations. You might have seen this topic in computer subject, binary operations. So there it is also used. Now moving ahead, there is one more example. 3 raised to 4 means 3 4 times we have to multiply, and answer is 81. Okay, so now I hope it is clear. Now we will discuss about power of 0 exponent. Now if the exponent is given 0, then how we can do it? Okay, suppose if 5 raised to 2 means 5 2 times. So here there are number 2 3 4 like that way. But if numbers are not given, if 0 is given, then how you will write it? Suppose if it is 5 raised to 0. Okay, so for that what we will do? The index power of 0, so that we will try to understand using patterns. Okay, we have to go on subtracting 1 from the power. Okay, so first it is 2 raised to 3 means 2. 2 is 3 times, so the answer will be 8. 2 is 3 times, so the answer will be 8. Now next is 2 2 times. What we are doing? We are reducing the power. Here it was 3 times, now we are taking 2 times, then we are taking 1 time, and then we are taking 0 times. So 2 raised to 0. So what happens here? The answer is 8, 4, then 2. See, the answer is reducing. We are dividing by 2. Now here 2 raised to 0. So 2 raised to 0, the answer you will get it, that is 1. The answer which you will get is 1. So any value to the power of 0 equals to 1. So anything that is raised to 0 is always equal to 1. So if the power is given 0, directly you need to write that is equal to 1. For example, if it is 5 raised to 0, the answer is 1. Suppose if it is 1000 raised to 0, 1000 raised to 0, then also the answer is equal to 1. Means anything raised to 0. कोई भी number आपको दिया है, even if it is small, big, negative, positive, anything. Okay, and if the power, this exponent part is given 0 to you, you just have to write equal to 1. So anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. So this is our rule, that a raised to 0, a means anything in place of a raised to 0, so that is always equal to 1. Now moving ahead, we will discuss laws of exponents. Whenever we have variables which contain exponents and they have equal bases, suppose if the bases are equal, okay, then we can do certain mathematical operations. Okay, and these operations are called laws of exponents. So b means base, x means exponent. So based on this we will see some rules. Last year also it was there in 7th standard. Let us quickly recall. So these are the laws of exponents. First is a raised to m into a raised to n. What you can see here, a and a base are same. A and a bases are same, and multiplication sign is there. So whenever bases are same and we have multiplication sign, what we have to do? We have to write base only one time. So this a will be only one time, and we have to add the powers. We have to add the power. So that will be equal to a raised to m plus n. Similarly, when the bases are same and they are in division, so that we have to subtract. अगर multiplication sign है तो उसको add करना है. अगर multiplication की जगह पे अगर यहाँ पे आपको division की sign दी है, okay, so what we have to do? We have to do subtraction, m minus n. Okay, and if it is like this way, a raised to m whole raised to n, okay, then what we need to do? We need to multiply these both एक्सपोनेंट्स दिस बोथ पावर्स a raised to m और ब्रैकेट के बाहर आपको दिया है n means here what you can see there are two powers, here one power and here one power. So in this situation you need to multiply these both powers m into n, whatever the numbers are given in place of m and n you just have to multiply. Now sometimes what happens, base is different, the bases of both the things, the bases are different but the powers are same. So in that case how we can solve it? For example, if it is a raised to m into b raised to m, that is equal to a into b whole raised to m. Now here a and b, this bases are different but what you can see, powers are same. A का power भी m है and here b also raised to m, but here this a and b they are different bases, so this is common now. So ये जो दोनों में same है, that we have to write it outside the bracket. Here we have to draw bracket and we have to take it outside and we have to write it one time like this. So this is one rule. Now next, same in division, if it is in division a raised to m upon b raised to m, so again we can write it in fraction a upon b and then whole bracket we can take and whole raised to m. This m which is same for both we can write it like this outside the bracket. Outside the bracket means it shows that when we will open the bracket this m will be the power of both a also and b also. So जब आप ब्रैकेट ओपन करोगे तो ये जो m दिया है दैट विल बी फॉर बोथ, a के ऊपर भी आएगा a रेस टू m और नीचे जो डिनोमिनेटर दिया है उसमें भी आएगा b रेस टू m. So this way the rule applies. Now we will try to see the rule in detail. So this is our rule, first and second rule that we saw, product rule and quotient rule. If the bases are same and they are in multiplication we will add the powers, we just have to add the powers. Quotient rule, if the bases are same and they are in division we just have to subtract the powers. Okay, so this was the first rule. Now next is this. So here example is given based on the rule 1 that we saw above, the law of multiplication. If you are multiplying powers with the same base, keep the base and add the powers. What you need to do, keep the base you have to write one time and add the powers. For example 2 raised to 3 into 2 raised to 4, 2 and 2 base सेम दिया आपको, right? It is 2 raised to 3 into 2 raised to 4. तो ये जो 2 और 2 आपको base सेम दिया है, तो how you will do it, base you will write it only one time. So 2 एक ही बार लिखना है और जो 3 and 4 है that you have to add and combine. Okay, so this way you will do 2 raised to 3 plus 4 that is 2 raised to 7 means 2 को 7 times multiply करेंगे and the answer will be 128. So this is first rule of multiplication, product. Bases are same, then what we have to do, we have to add up the exponents. Now next is when the bases are different and the exponents are a and b. When the bases are different and the exponents are a and b, we can multiply a and b first. Okay, so this is again one rule. Suppose if a and b base different है but again the exponent is same, so what we need to do, we need to multiply a and b and take the power outside. Okay, for example if it is a raised to minus n into b raised to minus n, now here this base is a, here base is b, so base different hai, so how we will solve it? So this is same, so this we can take it outside common, so it will be a into b in the bracket and this minus n we have to take it outside because it is for both, so we can take it outside common like this. And now we can multiply these both, then whatever answer comes that whole raised to minus n, this way we can express it. So we will see it further. Now this was the rule which we saw just now, 2 and 2 bases are same, so we have to add the exponents and answer is this. So 2 raised to 6 into 2 raised to 3 that is equal to 2 raised to 6 plus 3 that is equal to 2 raised to 9 and that is equal to 512. Now second law is when dividing. Okay, what happens when dividing powers with the same base? Now base is same but division sign is there, so what we need to do, we need to subtract. अगर division है तो subtract करना है, multiplication है तो add करना है, so we need to subtract. See here these both are in division. Okay, division sign can be given or this here the slash is given, this means division. So 4 raised to 6 divide by 4 raised to 3, so division sign दिया है, सो ये जो दोनों एक्सपोनेंट है इसको हम माइनस करेंगे. सो दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 4 raised to 6 minus 3. सो ये बेस एक ही बार लिखेंगे एंड द पावर्स वी विल सब्ट्रैक्ट. ओके, सो दैट विल गिव अस 4 raised to 3. So we will multiply 4 3 times and the answer will be 64. Now moving ahead, these are some questions for division part. 2 raised to 5 and 2 raised to 2. So they are in division. So we have to subtract the powers. 5 minus 2 kitna hoga? 3. So 2 raised to 3. Similarly here again it is given in division. So what we need to do, this also we can solve it. First we can do cancellation of 7 and 28. So 7 4s are 28 और ये p raised to 3 और यहाँ पे p raised to 2 दिया है, right? तो p and p, this p and this p bases are same, so we have to subtract. So 3 minus 2, so p one time हो जाएगा. Okay, similarly q raised to 2 and here q raised to 3. Now this 3, the 3 is greater, the power 3 is greater, so what we need to do, we need to take this 2 down and subtract from this 3. So it will be q 3 minus 2, again q one time, but q we will write in the denominator, q आपका नीचे लिखेंगे. Okay, so this we will see in detail when we will see the textual exercises sums. In that we will see. Now again here 7 b raised to 6 upon b raised to 4. So 7 is only one time, so that we will keep it as it is. Now this b and b bases are same, so we will subtract the powers. So 6 minus 4 will give us 2. So 7b square will be the answer. This way you will apply the rule and you will solve it. Similarly here a raised to 4 upon a raised to 6. So again we will do 4 minus 6. 4 minus 6 kitna hoga? Minus 2. So our answer is in negative, a raised to minus 2. So for removing negative sign, we have to write it under 1. That also we have discussed. So 1 upon a raised to 2 means 1 upon a square is our answer. Similarly, we can do other sums based on this type of calculation. We will see in detail when we will deal with the sums. Now moving ahead. So this is the rule for division, what we discussed. Bases are same, so we have to subtract the powers. So 6 minus 2, 4. So 2 we have to multiply 4 times and answer is 16. Now we will see the third law. Power of a power. Suppose if power of a power is given to you. If you are raising a power to an exponent, you multiply the exponents. What you need to do is, if it is given like this, okay, power of a power is given. For example, here it is given 2 raised to 3, then again whole raised to 4. So this is power of a power. This is called power of a power. तो ये जो पूरा आपको 2 raised to 3 दिया है, इसको वापस एक power दिया है यहाँ पे 3. So this is called power raised to power. So in this situation, what you need to do is, you need to directly multiply this both. Means 2 raised to 3 और ये ब्रैकेट के बाहर आपको 4 दिया है. So what you need to do, you need to multiply these both numbers. ये दोनों powers आपको multiply कर देना है. So 3 4s will be 12. So 2 raised to 12 will be your answer. 2 raised to 12 will be your answer. You can check it like this also. Here they have written like this. 2 raised to 3 को 4 times ये लोग ने लिखा. 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3, 4 times लिखा. सारे bases same है, 2 2 2. Okay, so जो power है, all three they have added, they have applied the rule. Okay, so directly the answer is 2 raised to 12. So whichever way, or you can just remember in shortcut, if it is power to power, we just need to multiply these both powers 3 and 4. Now moving ahead. Okay, here we have one example based on that, how to expand power to power. So we just have to multiply 3 and 4. 2 raised to 3 to the power 4 means 2 raised to 3. This whole part we have to take it 4 times. It means that this whole 2 raised to 3, ये पूरा हमको 4 बार multiply करना है. So 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3, like this way. So again we can apply the rule in this. All 2 are in multiplication, okay, and all are having same base. So we can apply the rule, same base multiplication. So what we saw just now, we have to add the powers. So जितने भी ऊपर 3 दिए सबको हम add कर देंगे. 2 one time लिखेंगे and all the 3 we will add up, so it will be 2 raised to 12. So this is how you can apply the rule. Now moving ahead, these are some examples. We will be using it when we will see the sums. Again, this is one more example. Suppose if it is 5 raised to 3 whole raised to 2. Again here power to the power is given. So we simply need to multiply this both. 3 into 2. So 3 2s will be 6. So it will be 5 raised to 6. Now moving ahead, fourth law. So fourth law is product of exponents. Suppose if 2 base is given like this and whole raised to 3 is given outside the bracket, then we have to open the bracket and this power we have to take for both the variable, both the bases which is given inside the bracket. If the product of the bases is powered by the same exponent, then the result is a multiplication of individual factors of the product. Okay, so we have to take both individually. For example, here it is given xy whole raised to 3. Okay, you can see there is a bracket एक्स वाई और ये होल रेज टू 3 ब्रैकेट दिया है आपको. सो इफ यू विल ओपन दिस ब्रैकेट, जब ये ब्रैकेट आप रिमूव करोगे, व्हाट विल हैपन, दिस 3 will be the power for x also and this 3 will be the power for y also. So it will be x raised to 3 into y raised to 3 this way. So this 3 which is given outside the bracket, that will be for both. ब्रैकेट के अंदर जो भी दिया है दोनों का पावर हो जाएगा. So this is your fourth law. Okay, and here is one example given on that. We will see it. So similarly, just now what we discussed, this is the rule xy whole raised to n. Okay, if bracket is given and outside n is given, we have to take x raised to n into y raised to n. This is the rule which we have discussed just now. Now we will see the fifth rule. Now similarly, just now we saw that was in multiplication. Now here we have the same thing in division. If the quotient of the bases is powered by the same exponent, now quotient means it is given in division part. Okay, मतलब उसमें न्यूमरेटर होगा और नीचे डिनोमिनेटर होगा, राइट. सो जो होल रेज टू एन आपको ब्रैकेट के बाहर दिया है, यू विल ओपन द ब्रैकेट एंड दैट विल बी फॉर एक्स ऑल्सो एंड फॉर वाई ऑल्सो. सो जब ब्रैकेट ओपन होगा, सो सिमिलरली वो जो ऊपर पावर दिया है वो आपको एक्स के साथ भी यूज करना है, नीचे वाई के साथ भी यूज करना है. सो दिस वे यू कैन टेक इट x upon y whole raised to n. Whole means this bracket means that this n, this power is for x also and for y also. दोनों के लिए ये पावर है. तो जब भी आप ब्रैकेट ओपन करोगे, whenever you will open the bracket, this n will be taken with x as well as with y. So this will be your rule, x raised to n upon y raised to n. Now moving ahead, here are some examples. Here are some examples. S upon t whole raised to 5. See here, s upon t whole raised to 5 is given. So this 5 is for s also and for t also. It means when we will open the bracket, what we will get, s raised to 5 upon t raised to 5. So दोनों के लिए वो applicable है. Okay, so these are some examples. Now moving ahead, this is the same part what we have discussed just now. We have to apply the power for both. So when I take a power of a quotient, I apply the exponent to all the parts of the quotient. So we have to apply this exponent to both parts of the quotient, means 2 upon 2 raised to 4 भी आएगा और 3 raised to 4 भी आएगा. So that will be 16 upon 81. So 2 को भी 4 times multiply करना है, नीचे 3 को भी multiply करना है. So this way you will get the answer. Now these are the laws that we saw with example. X raised to 1 means x one time. Example is 6 raised to 1. So 6 one time means 6. Similarly, x raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. So example is 7 raised to 0. So that is equal to 1. Now x raised to minus 1 means when the exponent is negative. Negative sign remove करना है. So we will write it as 1 upon x. That also we have seen. Here is one example for the same. 4 raised to minus 1 is given. So we have to write 1 upon 4. Okay. Now, next what we discussed is x raised to m into x raised to n. Base is same and both are in multiplication. So we have to add the powers. Here is one example for that. X square into x cube is given. So x and x bases same है, दोनों multiplication में है. So powers को add कर दिया. So x raised to 5. Same when bases are same but they are in division. So minus करना है. So 6 minus 2, 4. Now this is power to the power. So what we need to do? We need to just multiply both the powers m into n. So this is one example. X raised to 2 and whole raised to 3. So we just have to multiply 2 into 3 and the answer will be x raised to 6. Okay. So this is power to the power. Now when two things are given in multiplication and whole whole raised to n is given. Outside the bracket n is given. So in this case, when we will open the bracket, this exponent will be for both x raised to n and y raised to n. So here xy whole raised to 3, whenever we will open the bracket, it will be x raised to 3 and y raised to 3. So this 3 is for x also and y also. Okay, so this also we have discussed. Now similarly, same thing but in division, x upon y diya hai whole raised to n. So again, when we will remove the bracket, this n will be for both x as well as for y. So x raised to n upon y raised to n. This is one example is given over here. Okay, now next last one is x raised to minus n. Okay, means negative exponent, negative power. So again, for removing negative sign, we have to take it under 1. So that will be 1 upon x raised to n. So these were the laws that we discussed. Now where these laws are used, why we are writing it into square and cube? So sometimes there are certain numbers which are very big and it is very difficult for us to remember. Okay, for example, the distance between the planets. Okay, so such measurements are very huge, so the digits we cannot remember it easily. So to make it easier, what we do, we express them in the form of power or exponential form. So we write it in the form of power. Also, exponents are often used in area problems to show the areas are squared. Okay, for example, here a pool is rectangle. So for rectangle, the formula for area is length into width. Okay, length into width. Okay, so when we will multiply 30 into 15, the answer will be 450 square meter. So here the word square came. Again, square means 2 times. So that is 2. Okay, so here again we are using exponents. So these are the places where normally exponents are used. Another, exponents are often used in volume problems to show the centimeters are cubed. In the word problems of volume, you might have seen the unit is always in cube, centimeter cube, meter cube, or whatever, depends on the question. So here the length, width and height of a box is given to you and we have to find the volume. So volume will be length into width into height. So we will multiply 10 centimeter into 10 centimeter into 20 centimeter. So we are multiplying numbers as well as we are multiplying the units 3 times. So this centimeter we are multiplying 3 times. So what you can see, same unit, same centimeter we are multiplying 3 times. So that how we will show? We will show it like this, centimeter cube. Number we will show like this 2000 and this centimeter centimeter centimeter, that is also 3 times. जैसे नंबर मल्टीप्लाई होता है वैसे यूनिट भी 3 टाइम्स मल्टीप्लाई होता है. So that also we have to show. So that is centimeter cube. So what is this? Again, this is exponential form. So these are the places where we use the knowledge of power and exponent. Hope you understood. Now in the next video we will see the textual sums, then it will be more clear to you. Thank you.